Topping today's news, Canada's Prime Minister announcing plans on how to help resolve the crisis in Haiti. A strong focus placed on elite families in Haiti allegedly funding gangs and intentionally fueling chaos. A well-known tourism and business icon passes away, and lots of sporting activities for you to get involved with this weekend. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jcn Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau making some major announcements at the 44th meeting of CARICOM heads of government at Bahama on Thursday. These announcements were largely geared towards Haiti as Haitian nationals face an ongoing crisis, including poverty, unemployment, crime, politics, chaos, and a cholera outbreak which is casting a shadow over the entire country. Prime Minister Trudeau pledged more than $55 million in new funding to tackle climate change crisis, criminal activity, and to protect women and girls as the Canadians continue to honor their commitment to helping Haiti. The Prime Minister Trudeau, says Canada is very concerned with ongoing political, security, and humanitarian suffering in Haiti. To that end, he says Canada will deploy its Royal Canadian Navy vessels for surveillance and to maintain a maritime presence on Haiti's coast.
We've provided direct support to bolster the Haitian National Police so that Haiti has the tools and support to solve this situation, including by deploying surveillance aircraft and vital strategic security equipment and vehicles, and additional delivery of MRAP vehicles in the coming days. Canada continues to reinforce the capacities of the Haitian police to overpower armed gangs and hold those who support them accountable.
Over the past few months, it has been reported that gangs in Haiti have been using sexual assault and rape of women and girls as one of their weapons of destruction. Prime Minister Trudeau says the protection of women is one of their highest priorities.
Today, I am announcing $10 million to support the International Office on Migration to strengthen the protection and resilience of Haitian women and children along the Haiti-Dominican Republic border and in migrants' place of origin. And we will invest an additional $12.3 million in humanitarian assistance. Together with CARICOM, Canada and international partners can help Haitians bring an end to the crisis and build a better, more hopeful future for their country.
Prime Minister Trudeau says the fundamental objective is to ease the suffering and empower the Haitian people. Meanwhile, as other criminal elements have become more eminent and sophisticated in the Caribbean, the Canadian Prime Minister has also pledged $1.8 million to stop the flow of illicit drugs and human smuggling. He says a critical component to prosperity in CARICOM is stability in the region. With that said, the Canadian government has now added 2 more people to its list of sanctions in an effort to support Haiti. During a press conference on Thursday, Prime Minister of Canada Justin Trudeau says the sanctions are for those considered elites who use their money and power to support and fund gangs in the country. To date, Canada has implemented 15 targeted sanctions on individuals, but following the announcement on Thursday, that number has been increased to 17 individuals.
Canada has long recognized that much of the instability in Haiti comes from a small number of powerful elite families who are fomenting instability and financing violence for their own gains at terrible cost to the Haitian people. That is why from the very beginning we have stepped up on sanctions. We're actually up to 17 sanctions with the 2 I've announced today. And we're seeing that it actually has a significant, and certainly had a significant impact through the fall, and will continue to have an impact on those directly responsible for their fellow countrymen and women's hardship and suffering.
In Canada, the Special Economic Measures Regulations Act imposes a dealings prohibition and effective assets freeze on the listed individuals. The regulations prohibit any person in Canada or any Canadian outside of Canada from dealing in property entering into or facilitating any transaction related to the prohibition. Also, they are prevented from providing any financial or related services of goods. Prime Minister Trudeau says he has encouraged allies in other countries to do the same.
Have been working with friends and allies throughout the region and around the world for them to step up as well on sanctions and to do even more, because we know that until the Haitian elites and leadership are held to account for their role in this horrific crisis in Haiti, we will not be able to deal with it. We have to get to the root causes, not just the symptoms. That's why we will continue to step up on sanctions and exhort all of our friends and allies to do the same.
He says Canada will continue to help Haiti and support them as they continue to struggle to break the stranglehold on that country. Prime Minister Trudeau left the Bahamas this morning. Also on Thursday, from the 44th CARICOM closed-door meetings at Bahama, the Bahamas Ambassador for Food and Agricultural Organization, or FAO, Winston Pinnock, spoke with media on the Food and Agricultural Organization's collaboration with the Bahamas to strengthen food security as well as strengthen resilience to climate change. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources Clay Sweeting says the Food and Agricultural Organization has formed a great relationship with the Bahamas with aims to develop a national agricultural policy.
We'll already start to develop some aspects of that and how we can further develop in regards to legislation, regulations, foreign policy, as well as domestic investment in agri-food systems. This is one thing that we're excited about as we will continue to develop agri-food systems in the Bahamas, modernizing the agri-food systems, involving Bahamians and ensuring that we help to reduce our imports by hopefully 25% by 2025 with our commitment to CARICOM.
This is the first time in history that the Food and Agricultural Organization has been in such an important meeting. Assistant Director General for the Food and Agricultural Organization and Regional Representative for the Latin American and Caribbean region, Mario Lubkin, while noting that no one country alone can handle the problem of food security, thanks the government of the Bahamas for the invitation to discuss solutions to this growing issue.
I discussed with the government of Bahama in the framework of the position of chair of the region to think in some initiatives to try to deep the capacity and the find solution, not alone the government, but with the private sector, with civil society, with the academia and with others that need to be part of the process to find solution. And in that is my last point. I'm absolutely convinced, and I want to say on behalf of FAO, in which you know that our headquarters is in Rome and our regional quarter is in Santiago de Chile, that we will support fully all the process that the government of the Bahamas, the government of the Caribbean will push ahead.
He said we must not only work to improve food security in emergency situations, but also think about the future. The next Food and Agricultural Organization Regional Conference for the Latin American and Caribbean region will be in Guyana later this year. After several successful labor on the blocks jobs fairs here in the capital and one on Grand Bahama, which provided opportunities for Bahamians of all ages, the government and its private sector partners were once again providing employment opportunities. But this time, the focus was on high school seniors getting ready to graduate this summer. Cale Campbell has more in this next report.
Another Labor on the Blocks job fair, this time reaching out to students of R.M. Bailey High School in collaboration with the Department of Labor. This morning on the school campus, a number of companies and businesses, mostly vocational in nature, were in attendance as students went to the different stalls and vendors seeking possible employment opportunities for the immediate and long-term future. Principal of R.M. Bailey, Cherie Russell, tells us more.
We are just so happy for the various organizations that came to partner with us to provide our students with their time and their skills. Many of our students are in the technical field, and we have so many organizations that are here that represent the technical field. And what this does is it gives our students an opportunity to know the various career opportunities that are in the various fields that they would like to go into. And so we are just happy for our partners who are here today, because it's all about our students. They are getting ready to leave school, and we want them to be prepared. We want them to get a job. And so what we did, we brought everything here, and we're just so grateful.
Speaking with Chairman of the R.M. Bailey School Board, Adrian LaRota, who let our Love 97 News team in on the selection process of companies in attendance, as well as how easy and accessible businesses made themselves available.
As you can see, a number of them are here already. They're actually filling out applications for jobs. They're going through a preliminary interview phase. And it's a vocational thing, because we understand that not everybody is going to be a lawyer or a doctor. So we want to give all of our students the best shot as possible as they leave this campus to go into the job market. So because we approached a number of organizations, a lot of them from the uniform branches, a number of private companies, because through our efforts here at R.M. Bailey, we do patronize a number of businesses in the community. So we as we have events, throughout the school year. So we decided to approach some of those people that we patronize and ask them, just come, assist us, help our students, to prepare for the job market. That's why we have Solomon's here, we have Bamsi is here, the University of Bahamas is here, a number of other, a number of companies. And there was no really difficult selection process. Everyone that we approached actually said, and overwhelmingly said, yes, we will participate. So, that made us feel kind of happy that they were.
Hearing from arguably the most important stakeholders of this initiative, the students, who reveal how they feel about the job fair while speaking on some of the various companies and businesses in attendance that piqued their interests.
I found out about the job fair from my guidance counselor, and it's very good for students because there are students that are willing to sign up for jobs and right after school they would be able to get a job without having to go searching for jobs, where they could do it right here. That's where the future they would be set. I am interested in the AML with the food production.
It's okay, plenty of opportunities. They help because they give plenty of opportunities for jobs. Plenty people don't have the chance to experience other jobs.
How would it get at the school? People don't want to ride to get around it. So make it better for terms of transportation, better like that.
This is not the first Labor on the Blocks fair held by the Ministry of Labor, with the last one happening back in October last year and the one previously held in May. Director of Labor Robert Farquharson has spoken on record encouraging more students to attend job fairs, considering the inclusion of training and dual enrollment programs, allowing for students to train for jobs while striving for an education. For Jcn News, I'm Cale Campbell.
Thanks for that report, Cale. And finally in this segment, iconic businessman, restaurateur, and tourism mogul George Myers, 83 years old, passed away peacefully at his home on Thursday, surrounded by family and loved ones. Born in Jamaica, Mr. Myers devoted his life to hospitality. He moved to the Bahamas in 1963, where he began his career at the Nassau Beach Hotel. He became president of the Resorts International, where he played a major role in the development of Paradise Island as a premier tourist destination in the Bahamas, and was considered a pioneer of tourism in the Bahamas and throughout the Caribbean region for over 40 years. As a visionary and an entrepreneur, Mr. Myers created the Myers Group of Companies in 1992, and for over 30 years managed some of the Bahamas' leading hotel properties under his resort management company. Later, the Myers Group of Companies expanded to operate the world's leading fast food franchises in the Bahamas, including KFC, Dunkin' Donuts, Quiznos, Burger King, and Pizza Hut, along with other memorable casual and fine dining concepts such as Anthony's Bar and Grill and Luciano's Restaurant. Mr. Myers is survived by his wife, Linda, and a host of family and friends. We here at Jones Communications extend our deepest and heartfelt condolences to Mrs. Myers and the remainder of the Myers family. We'll take a break here, and we'll be right back after these commercials.